Hi, my name is Mark, and together with my wife Julia, we attend the city service in the morning in Hania Street. And today I want to just share a brief verse talking about rejoicing and celebrating what God has given us. In the verse today, which is Deuteronomy 26:11, it says, "So you shall rejoice, you, the Levite and the foreigner dwelling among you, in all the good things the Lord your God has given to you and to your household." This is God instituting the idea of Harvest Festival. Now, for me, Harvest Festival was something that we did way back at primary school. And I remember being in the school hall and there'd be sheaves of wheat and bales of hay, and people would bring, all of the students would bring tin cans and some produce, and that would go to local charities. But the idea was to be thankful, to remember what God had done for us, and even as young children to be thinking about what we'd been blessed with. It was a really good opportunity to remember those things and also to serve others. Now, of course, maybe we don't do Harvest Festival in quite the same way. We're not so connected to the land, perhaps, when we're living in the city. Some of you may be, but certainly I'm not. But the idea of rejoicing, of being joyful and being thankful for what God has given us is still just as relevant today as it was then. We have been blessed with so many skills, so many opportunities. Many of us have been blessed with a job and the income that comes from that, and how we support our family. And we are reminded to remember that everything that has been given to us comes from God. And then the next verse goes on to say, and when we have done all of that, we are in verse 12, when you have finished laying aside 1/10 of all your produce in the 3rd year, the year of the tithe, you are to give it to the Levite, the foreigner, the fatherless, and the widow, that they may eat and be filled within your gates. I love this idea. It reflects the idea of that we are blessed to be a blessing. What we receive from God does not stay with us. We are to be a channel and a conduit for all of God's blessings. And how we react to that in rejoicing is also a benefit to those around us. Have you ever been with people who don't rejoice, who are maybe just kind of, it's mine, and I've had to work for every penny, and they're just miserly? But that's not what God calls us to. We are blessed to be a blessing. And I love how this starts with the church. We are to give it to the Levite. We are to rejoice with the Levite. That's about rejoicing with the church. We rejoice and we praise God together and thank God for all that he has given us. But then it goes on about supporting those who are marginalized, the fatherless, the foreigner, the widow, that they may eat. And for me, this has particular resonance. I'm an aid worker. I travel around the world responding to natural disasters and conflicts, and I get the opportunity to give and to support those who have lost everything. And for me, I've always explained this as being, I want to show God's love in a practical way. There's that old line, I just want to be God with skin on. And it's a real privilege and an honor that I get to do this. God has blessed me with so much, and to be able to pass that forward and demonstrate that to those that have been marginalized or have lost everything is what God has called me to. And I wonder what that means for you. Let's take some time to rejoice together, to think about what God has given us, and to share that with those around us. Thank you.